Hello again. Today we are going to do a quick values check and then explore some common obstacles to valued living. Thinking about these obstacles will help you challenge things that might be limiting you. So please get in your second most comfortable position, and with eyes closed, focus on your breath. Any sounds, beeps, notifications, they will only serve to deepen your focus. So savor the out breath. We'll now do a quick values check. I'll list some areas and ask you to rate, out of 10, how close you feel you are living to that value. Think about your immediate family. Out of 10, how close to your values are you living in that area? Think about your friendships. Out of 10, how close to your ideal values are you living with your friends? How much of the real you is present? In your work and employment, rate your valued living out of 10. Out of 10, rate your valued living in terms of how much education and personal development you are doing. What about recreation, fun, leisure? Out of 10, how much are you participating? Are you as creative as you want to be? Are you engaging in enough activities you are interested in? And finally, rate your valued living in the area of health. Out of 10, are you caring for your body in the way you would ideally like to? Making choices that move you towards your values is not easy, because the choices don't often involve immediate rewards. On the other hand, choices that move you away from your values often provide intense short-term rewards at the expense of long-term gains. So the natural human tendency is to move away from your values, which is another reason why it's important not to be too hard on ourselves. Rewards are very powerful motivators, and we often form habits around them, like smoking, drinking, using Facebook, and eating chocolate. Taking that last example, if you get in the habit of eating chocolate whenever you get upset, what message are you giving your body? You get upset, you then receive chocolate, so you are effectively rewarding yourself with chocolate each time you get upset. Do you think this habit makes you more or less prone to getting upset? Let's say instead of eating chocolate, you did a 10 minutes breathing exercise each time you got upset. And then after the exercise, you reward yourself by savouring a small piece of chocolate. If you did that, what do you think might happen over time? Humans and animals love rewards. The trick is to use them in a way that moves you towards your values, not away. If pain is getting you down, then comforting yourself with a short-term indulgence is not going to help you in the long run. You are better off trying to do something else, some stretches your doctor gave you, or some breathing exercises, and then give yourself a reward after. Do not reward the pain. Reward your efforts. Reward the good habit you are trying to maintain. Take a moment to think about a value that you wish you practiced more. It could be an area you scored low on earlier. For now, choose an area that does not involve pain. Now visualize yourself making a choice that moves you towards that value. Keep that scenario clear in your mind. Is there anything happening in your body? Any feelings about that choice? Perhaps there is resistance. Perhaps there is relief. Why do you think you are not practicing that value more? What would it mean to move towards that value? Is there any cost in doing that? Now think of some values that you would like to practice more, but pain is preventing you from doing so. Get those values clear in your mind. Think of the scenarios. Now imagine someone waved a magic wand over you. It did not take your pain away, but it gave you the energy, strength, and vitality to do anything you wanted to do, despite your pain being there. Spend the last few minutes imagining what that would be like to have that newfound strength. Observe what is happening in your body as you imagine practicing those things that are most important to you. Would any new challenges arise for you? The pain is always there in the background, but you do not feel afraid or distracted in any way, and you are acting in ways that move you towards your values, ways that used to be limited by pain. Would any of your friendships or relationships change? Would you have to face any new fears? Would life be harder in any way? Aside from the pain, can you think of any obstacles? Any other reasons why you might not be meeting those values? We are going to leave values for the time being, but I encourage you, if you do something that you are not entirely proud of, just try and reflect on what values were compromised as a result of that behavior. Remember, your values are you. In many ways, they are the most obvious thing in your life. But at the same time, they are the very thing you are most likely to miss. As Einstein once said, the fish will be the last to discover water.